They're finally here. The Larry and David Show, starring Larry Fry and the king of TikTok, David Bronstein. Welcome, everybody, to the Larry and David Show. I'm Larry Fry.
And I'm David Bronstein.
Are you sure?
The last time I checked, hold on, yeah, I'm David Bronstein.
Check the mail.
Says it right here,
check
David
the mail.
Bronstein. All right.
You know, this is my first show on live, and I am nervous as hell. So what I used to do when I used to go on HSN and QVC, I used to think the whole audience is being naked. Now I'm looking at you.
Oh, you fake.
David,
yes?
So tell me, you just had your 37th anniversary. You're married. Yes. 37 years. So what's the secret?
Larry, I've been in love with the same woman for 37 years. In love with the same woman 37 years. And if my wife finds out, she'll kill me. The secret. Here's the secret. There's nothing I wouldn't. The secret is there's nothing I wouldn't do for her. There's nothing she wouldn't do for me, and that's how it goes.
I was looking up on the internet about the psychology of being married for a long time. You know, the number one on the list is hold on, that's the wrong list. Okay. Showing me asparagus fruit. Oh my God.
Maybe that is the right list. Yes.
So,
yes.
So they say romance is not required in a marriage. What's that all about?
Who said that? My wife?
I know, the
Who
author.
said that?
The author.
So, romance? Yeah.
So you're married for 37 years. You buy your wife flowers, and she's extremely happy. And what's life with it?
So I want to tell you, married 37 years. The other day I brought my wife home flowers. She opened the door and said, after 37 years you buy me flowers? Now you expect me to spread my legs? I said, why, you don't have a vase? You don't have a vase? Yes.
David, this is a family show. My kids are watching. Kids, earmuffs.
Yes. Yes.
So really, the roses were from the neighbor's place. They delivered to the wrong location, right?
I used to, I go downtown when I had many offices downtown, and on the way home, I would take the subway home, and they would sell roses outside there. For years, I brought Andrea roses. I did. It was very romantic for years.
Oh, you're a wonderful man.
Yes,
totally. I would marry you.
Thank you very much.
For me, it never worked. David, I couldn't add all the women I was been married to together to get 37 years. So you're one lucky guy.
I come from a family. I grew up like that. My parents were together forever, and my cousins and I didn't know any different. My aunts, my uncles, everybody was married. There was no divorce.
To each other?
To each other. Yes, I grew up with the Beverly Hillbillies. Everyone. So I didn't know anything about not being together.
Right.
Yet all of Andrea's friends in Toronto, we're the only couple that's still together.
No kidding.
Yes.
So where are their friends? Dad?
They complain all day. I'm so lonely. I can't meet anybody. They go on these dating sites, Match.com, but they don't want to pay, so they go for the free crap.
Oh, so you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You get the other person that wants free too, then they got to fight who's going to pay for dinner. That's exactly what's going to wind up happening. You know what it's all about. The dating sites are a wonderful idea. I've been on the dating sites on and off for the last God knows how many years, and I'll tell you, I see the same people up there with the same picture from 20 years ago. I'm going to put my baby picture up there.
What, Larry? What's going on? Yes.
Go ahead.
Why would somebody, if you want to meet somebody, you put your picture on that you look like now? Am I right?
That's the whole point, and you don't lie about your age too.
You be normal.
That's right. If you're 75, you're 75. I'm still not going to contact you.
Right. Do you, when you see somebody, I'm not on these dating sites, so is it a picture? Is it a video? Do you do live Zoom calls? What happens?
Well, there is live Zoom calls, but it's all pictures, photographs, That's the enticing factor where you're attracted to, you get chemistry. But you have chemistry with the person, the way they looked 20 years ago. Not now. Or 20 pounds later.
All right. My wife's friends think
it's like a dating surprise.
It's a dating surprise. They think that a guy who's in their 50s wants to meet a girl in their 30s or 20s. A guy in their 50s doesn't want to meet a girl in their 50s, so they're
smart. So they're smart. They put up a baby picture of themselves.
But is that true? I mean, because Andrea's friends who are in their 50s think that a guy in their 50s won't want them, and a guy in their 60s or 70s will want them. Is that true?
Well, yeah. There's usually the age difference, but I'm not like that. I like age appropriate. Put it this way, my criteria is if they never heard of what Romper Room was or Captain Kangaroo, then we're in a different category.
Oh, well,
I don't need somebody to push me around in a wheelchair. I need somebody to push me up the water in a wheelchair.
You're absolutely correct.
If I needed a caregiver, I would get a Philip. Forget it.
Are you still on dating sites now?
Of course. Oh. Of course. How am I supposed to not meet somebody?
Is it that tough?
It's tough. It's tough out there because it passes the. I mean, everybody's got baggage one way or the other.
You mean they have
everybody's got baggage?
Kids and grandkids.
Oh, kids and grandkids are not a problem. They don't. If the grandchildren are 35 or 40 and they're still living at home, now we're having a problem.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I thought only my great grandparents did that, but they came over from Europe.
Yes.
They had nowhere else to go.
Right.
They cohabitated.
Yes.
I don't know. And in Philadelphia, where you come from, it's all like that. You got 6 generations living in one house.
My high school friends, they have reunions, and now it's all on Zoom because all the bullshit that was going on. Larry, my high school friends look like my teachers from the 60s and 70s.
Really?
That's because I grew up in the 70s, the 1870s. But
Pilgrim.
If you see Larry, I don't want to go to the reunions. First of all, I don't know who anybody is because I don't recognize anybody.
Oh, I started a new business at the reunions. I have valet parking for walkers.
Is it that?
Yeah, and we have an ambulance sitting in the parking lot.
Oh no! Oh, is it that bad?
I went to a reunion. I'll tell you, I went to a high school reunion about 2 months ago. But anyway, some of them looked pretty good.
From your class, from your high school class,
from people that I knew back then, right?
Right.
I went up to one woman. I said, "What type of formaldehyde are you using?"
Oh God! Do they find you as humorous as I do?
No, nobody finds me as humorous as you.
What's going?
My divorce lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah, when I said I wanted a divorce, he said, "Send me over the paperwork." I said, "Okay." I sent it over, and he called back and started laughing.
Oh my God, that's
so. David, yeah. I got to ask you a question. When did you find out you were first funny?
37 years ago. I knew I was always influenced by Jerry Lewis.
37 years? Your whole life started.
No, when I got married, that's my humor started. The joke was on me. I was always influenced by Jerry.
I'll speak to Andrea after this.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, she'll verify it. I was always influenced by Jerry Lewis and Mel Brooks and Don Rickles. So I've always liked comedy and burlesque and vaudeville. Nobody knows what the hell we're talking about. A Pie in the Face, Soupy Sales. You remember Soupy Sales?
Sure.
So I loved all that slapstick humor as a kid growing up. And I was in high school shows, and I was in shows in Philadelphia, and I went to New York, and I went to California. I performed at the clubs, the Comedy Store, and the Improv, and all that stuff. And the Catskills.
That must have been exciting like hell.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was a different show business than there is today. Yes.
Yeah. Now it's all cancel culture.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what show business is.
You gotta watch what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
For me, you know when I found out I was first funny?
When
I was born. My mother's obstetrician comes in and says you gave birth to a 7 pound 10-ounce kid, and my mother turned around and just started to laugh.
Oy vey.
That was it. That was inside of me.
Oh
my God.
Were you always funny growing up and in school and high school?
Oh wait, I got kicked out of class all the time.
Because you were a jokester?
No, because I didn't do my homework.
Oh, boy, you are great! I set you up and you come with the punchline.
Set me up.
Oh, God.
Just don't punch me. Just don't punch me.
No, because I did the homework. That's funny.
David,
yes.
This is I'm excited about doing this show with you. I think we're going to have it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's what this whole thing is about. We've got to bring laughter to everybody.
Yes.
So tell me, other stuff that's going on. Tell me about your daily life. I want to know what's going on in David's daily life. You know, after you get away from the bagel world. I mean, I noticed that most of your videos are north of Lawrence Avenue.
Yeah. You know, Andrew asked me the same thing. Dave, what do you do in your daily life? My wife asks me the same thing every day. So I have a branding agency. We're a branding media content creators studio. That's what I do.
Exactly.
And we replicate successful billionaire business models as I pitch on TikTok. And we're shooting for the billionaire prize. So it's creating content, it's e-commerce, it's drop shipping. We just do what billionaires do, and we collaborate with the world to market these deals because I have no idea how to do any of this bullshit. As you can see, I couldn't figure out how to work the camera, the computer. So I have to collaborate with the experts like you, my wonderful co-host, Larry.
Yeah, well, this is a very interesting thing because, you know, this is all a learning curve for me, too. You know? All this technical stuff is, I've been looking at it, I'm looking at, you know, it was a lot easier when I took out my pen and pencil and started writing notes.
Yes! You need a tech guy from NASA, at least for me, to figure all this bullshit out.
So also including the aging thing, you know, I noticed that the iPhones, you can get larger and larger iPhone. I finally got myself an iPhone Max, the larger size, right? In another 5 years, I'll probably be using an iPad to make phone calls because I can't even read the freaking number.
What is it? I never even heard of this. Is that real iPhone Max?
Yeah, they're big. They're bigger phones.
And it's called iPhone Max?
Yeah, they're for Jewish guys that can't see too well.
Oh my God! Holy vey! Well, you're right on top of all this technology. Boy, you're terrific.
Well, you know, everything's on YouTube. You know, absolutely everything. Even sex. Sex is on YouTube too. Now I don't have to farm it out.
There's something on YouTube called it's girls with no. They wear no bras.
Yeah.
And they wear a tank top. It's called Boob Tube. Which is on YouTube.
Wow.
And the girls say nothing. That one girl's her channel's called Hot for Words. HOT, Hot for Words. She says today's word is cat, tomorrow's word is dog. But she has gigantic breasts with a tank top with no bra.
Oh my God.
And she has millions of subscribers, millions of views, makes a fortune.
Well, same with that teacher out in Oakville. Remember what happened a couple weeks ago?
The story you sent me?
Yeah, transvestite. She's transgendering, okay? And she's in high school, and she's a teacher working in shop class. And
yeah, transvestite.
And her boobs are like, you could open up a dairy with her.
Wait,
I don't know, if I was in high school and my teacher, whether they were transgender or unigender,
yes. Do you know
I would be running to the bathroom.
Right, but do you know what these phrases are? He, she, they, us, when. These pronouns.
It really makes no difference. But can you imagine if it was the other way around and a guy would walk in who's transgendering, a female transgendering into a male, and all of a sudden he's got this package in his groin, and he's walking around like this in the classroom? It's not going to be a good thing. It's like walking around like when we were in high school, we were going to the club, we rolled up a pair of socks and stuffed it in our pants.
Did you?
That's what all the guys did. And I used to leave the house. My mother used to say, in case you get into an accident, make sure you change your underwear. And,
yes.
And make sure you wash your socks.
Oy vey! You know, when I grew up, my best friend was Ronnie. He was gay, my best friend, growing up. And he said, Dave, I want you to come to a nightclub with me to see what his lifestyle is like. So I went to this nightclub, and he went to get a drink, and when he went to get a drink, this guy came over to me and said, hey, you're a big boy, you're kind of cute, you want to have some fun? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, why don't we play hide and seek, and if you find me, we'll fool around. I said, what if I don't find you? He said, I'll be hiding in the closet. I'll be hiding in the closet. But it's true, my friend and Ronnie was gay when we grew up, but they weren't transgender, as you say now. Whatever that is, you're gay, and that's
it. Well, there was, but it wasn't out there. Now it's becoming and it's fine. It's fine. People could choose whoever they want to be.
Yes.
That's democracy. That's the way it is.
Yes.
But to be in front of high school and with double F's breasts with erotica, this is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
But I saw the video. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I did. It was advertised, and it was acknowledged by the Toronto or Ontario School Board.
But the person or the guy looks like he's Milton Berle. He has a wig and he's dressed like Milton Berle on
Uncle Milty.
Yes, I mean it's not a pretty girl. It's not like Laverne Cox. Is that her name? Laverne or who was married to the Kardashians? Bruce Jenner.
Oh, Bruce Jenner. Yeah, Caitlyn.
Yes,
Caitlyn Jenner.
The person in this video is not like that.
No, because it's the initial stages. The breasts were prosthetic.
Meaning?
So she's making a point, or he's making a point, or they are making a point that they can dress the way they want, whenever they want. And it's fine, but, I'll tell you, if my kids were in school now, I would say, this is not a good example.
But the video
it would be the same thing if a woman would walk in, a female teacher would walk in with a humongous breast and really out there. Totally
but the video that I saw is a guy with a guy voice with a wig, and it looks like a Halloween costume with big breasts. It doesn't look like a transgender person.
It's a point they're trying to make that he is transgender and he's out there.
So those breasts that I saw, are those balloons or is it actually implants from a doctor?
No. It's a strap-on.
It's a strap-on.
Yeah.
So
we'll go downtown. I'll show you.
You may.
You have to cross south of Lawrence to see them.
South of Lawrence.
That's right. You know how that is. Past your bakery.
Oh, you're so funny. Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. You ever do? You should do stuff downtown. I was walking around today, and I saw this store, Monkey Sushi. I said, "Do they really make sushi out of monkey?"
Where did you see this?
It was on Yonge Street.
A restaurant called Monkey Sushi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, we're going to give them a plug.
Oh, but that is a crazy name, Monkey Sushi.
Totally. So tell me what else you're doing during the day. I want to know what makes up Dave Bronstein's day after he has his bagel.
Do you know who Mr. Beast is and Ludwig?
Yes.
These are huge. He just turned down $1 billion deal, Mr. Beast, a young kid on YouTube.
Right.
He said he's worth $10 billion. That's what he said. You can see the story. It's all online.
My mother says I'm worth that too.
I understand. And he built up this huge YouTube following. He now has Mr. Beast hamburger joints. Do you know about this?
I've read something you sent me about it.
Oh, did I? A hamburger joint. He has Mr. Beast chocolates. He has Mr. Beast cereal.
Unbelievable.
So the new world is you brand yourself and you build up this brand and then you sell it for $1 billion. So that's what I do all day. I build the David Bronstein brand. I'm the Mr. Beast of TikTok. My followers they're so kind and great and gracious to me. My followers just keep going up and up and up and up. Something else should keep going up and up and up, but the follows are going up.
You've been married for 37 years.
So that's what I do. I build brands all day. I just do what everybody else. I do what successful people do. Because my world. I tell my followers, my world every day is cotton candy and candy apples and circuses and snow cones and carnivals, and I want to share that lifestyle with all my followers. That's what it is.
Really? And you're going to take them all to a carnival.
All to a carnival. I tell them you can't sit out life. You have to give yourself the greatest possible lifestyle. Never deny yourself anything.
I love that.
I like to deny this rash I have right here. That part I like to deny myself. But other than that, don't deny yourself anything.
Oh, monkeypox?
Yeah, I got it. The monkey sushi. Is that what it's called? Monkeys.
That's what. You got to stop monkeying around. You got to stop going into the closet at these clubs. This is what's going on with you. Unbelievable.
Yes, building brands, all that. So I just do whatever they all do, but I don't know how to do that. So I partner with players like yourself, like Larry, the king of tech. Yes, to help me with the microphone.
I love hanging out with you because I get to meet King David in person.
Who's that?
It's only 2,000 years later.
Oy vey. That's right.
I'm going to put a crown on you. I'm going to put a crown on you.
Yes, thank you. Tell my wife. Yeah, they don't believe me. Yes. Tell my family. Yes.
There's a restaurant in Toronto with a sculpture, concrete sculpture of the male David that's in Italy, right?
Yeah.
And with all of obviously with his genitalia microscopic view, all right, on display for everybody to walk around. I said, now that whole deal is carved in stone. I'll tell you.
Oh boy! What is that called? A drum bump.
Yeah, I hope their food is fresher than he is.
Oy vey! What restaurant is this statue? Do you know?
It's on Davenport and Avenue Road.
Yeah. What is it? An Italian restaurant?
I can't say a name. I won't say a name.
Okay, fine. But they have David, the statue of David.
It's a statue of David. Everybody can see it. I drive by it every day.
It's outside?
It's outside. Yeah, it's just standing there. Poor guy's cold. Shrinkage.
Well, in this weather, yeah, you're right.
That's right. He just got out of the pool. That's one of them.
But all the restaurants, all the good places to go to.
Well, I mean, I don't hang out at Sea High where I get a whole... Oh, my God.
Everyone talks about the Sea High plum sauce. That's what the plum sauce. You gotta have the plum sauce. We spent $98. Didn't put in the plum sauce. What would you do?
I would go back.
But it's a half hour from where I live.
Oh my God!
So a half hour there and a half hour back. It's an hour and no plum sauce.
That's a huge trip for you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Did you walk?
Yeah. Well, we. There used to be a lot of Chinese restaurants, as you know, growing up. In Toronto. For sure. But Andrew keeps saying they're not around that. Garlic pepper was one, is that right?
I don't know.
China House, China Bowl, used to have an Eglinton.
They used to have a special there called Bat Stew, and I think after COVID I stood away from that.
But we always go to Cynthia's.
Yeah, there was lots. I used to go to Sea High all the time.
Right.
When it was at Lawrence.
Yes.
At Wilson.
Wilson, right, yes.
That's right, in the old ghetto. In fact, I remember going to school, and we used to hear fire engines. We said, it's burning down again!
Why, there was a fire at Sea High?
Every second week there was a fire. Something started burning in the kitchen back there.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you like the Buddha that's in there? I wonder who got
it. It was a wonderful time. I mean, I came here in 1987 to Toronto, but I'm part of the furniture now of Toronto. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every time I see you, I want to put you in.
Oh boy, you're terrific. Yes, it was a wonderful time. And House of Chan, we used to go to the old House of Chan, Andrew and I, all the time.
Oh, the old one, right?
Yes.
But you still have an American accent. How's that?
Because I'm from Philadelphia.
You don't speak. You don't speak Canadian?
I don't talk to no.
Yeah, good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you sound like Trudeau. And then
yes.
we're in real big trouble. Unbelievable. Anyway, so how do you like living in Canada?
What's today? Tuesday? I like it here very, very much. What's that saying you have? Would you have 2 seasons? What is it? The 2 seasons you have?
Yeah, winter and summer.
Or winter and
winter.
And construction. That's what the Canadians say. Winter and construction.
Winter, is that what they say?
Yeah, winter and construction. You have 2
this
seasons.
Where all the billionaires live. You fit right in.
Yes.
You're right in the billionaire environment.
I'm very lucky. The way it's funny how fate turns out, because I'm from Philadelphia, and after college, we call Yale College, we call Harvard College, but here if you say college, I think you're an idiot. You got to say university. Oh, I went to university. But if you say I went to college, I think you're an idiot. But I went to Temple University in Philly, so after I graduated high school, I went to Temple University.
You know who else went there?
Who?
Mark Levin. He's a broadcaster for Fox. Does a commentary. He's brilliant.
Well, I didn't know that. He's from Philadelphia?
Did you skip classes? So who are you voting for in Philadelphia right now? Fetterman, I think, is running.
How do you know who's running in Philadelphia?
And Dr. Oz. Yeah. They're running for Senate.
But Dr. Oz isn't from Philly, is he?
Well, he's running in Philadelphia. I guess because he's an international broadcaster, he can run from anywhere.
What's the controversy around Dr. Oz? I read recently something going on. Do you know what that is?
About Dr. Oz?
Yes.
I haven't read anything about Dr. Oz. I think he's a bright guy. He's a cardiologist. If he wouldn't be doing this, he'd be selling greeting cards during Valentine's Day.
He sells greeting? What?
Well, have a heart.
Very, very nice. When is the election's in November? Is that correct?
I believe November the 8th. November the 8th.
In the United States.
In the United States. Yeah.
Okay.
How come I know this and you don't?
Yeah, you're terrific. You keep in touch with American news more or Canadian news?
There's no news in Canada.
Or politics. You keep in touch with American politics.
I love Canada. It's where I'm born, and this is where I live, and I love it here. I have nothing to say. But when the United States catches a cold, Canada gets pneumonia.
Oy vey. Yeah.
So we're interrelated completely.
I'm American. I'm still American. I've lived here all these years, but I love America. But when I go back to Philadelphia, it's not the Philadelphia that I grew up in. It's a different Philadelphia. It's a shame, but it's not the same.
So do you use your baby pictures when you're there?
Oh no, I'm thankful that I live in Toronto when I come back visiting Philadelphia.
Oh really? From where you are? Where were you? Near Westchester?
I was in Northeast Philadelphia. I guess the suburbs, because my parents grew up in South Philadelphia, where Rocky takes place.
Okay.
And it was Italians and Jews when they grew up. And when I was born, they said they want me to have grass because they grew up in row homes in South. There was no grass, so they moved to where it was farmland just being built up.
Come to Canada, get all the grass you want.
I understand. So where I grew up, it was like a Thornhill where I grew up.
Okay,
that's what it was like, and now it's nothing like where I grew up. All the kosher butchers and the synagogues, they're all gone. All the people are gone from the neighborhood. The shopping centers, it looks like Cambodia. It looks like Beirut.
Really?
Yes, that's what it looks like. It's horrible.
I love downtown Philly. I mean, the narrow streets, cobblestone.
Oh yes.
I remember when Elton John came out with Philadelphia Freedom, and I was in Philadelphia at the time when he came out with that song. It was unbelievable.
I went to a wedding in Philadelphia a few years ago, and the family is very wealthy, and the mother of the groom lives at the Ritz. Beautiful condo, the Ritz. That's where she lives.
Sure.
But when you walk out of the Ritz, you're in Libya. Yeah, I don't know. You're in a war zone. So.
Oh my God.
So to get back to your gorgeous condo in the Ritz in the penthouse, you gotta have
you need a SUV with guns on it.
Yeah, it's horrible. Larry, it's very disillusioning for me to go back to Philly to see. My parents used to take me to Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Mummers Parade. The Mummers Parade was on January 1st, the New Year's Day. But you can't go now because it's too scary. It's too...
Really?
It's a shame, but that's the way it is. Have you seen... There's videos on... There's an area called Kensington that people have been telling me in Toronto if I have seen videos in Kensington. It looks like... what's that zombie TV show on A&E?
I have no idea.
The Day of the Dead, or there's some zombie TV shows been on for years, and because they're all high on drugs, it looks like they're calling it Zombie Land in this area called Kensington. That the Canadians, knowing I'm from Philadelphia, were telling me if I seen this video. It's crazy.
It's that bad.
It's a new world. So I'm very happy to be in Toronto. I'm very, very happy.
Well, I mean, it's all politics. A lot of politics that's going on now, and unfortunately. Crime is rising, not only in Philadelphia, but everywhere across the United and Canada. I mean, we have 4 cops that were shot in 1 week here in Ontario.
Andrea can't believe it. She said when she grew up here, her parents used to leave the doors unlocked. She cannot believe what's happening in Toronto, the crime that she's hearing all this. She talks about it all the time.
Leave the doors unlocked and call the insurance company.
Oh, yeah, well, you're... All right. I don't know why. Why
that's how to make a living.
Why does this... How or why do you think it's happening? What is crime? As the years go on, why does the crime seem to be getting worse? What do you think? What is the reason for this?
People are disgruntled. That's basically it. Cost of living is high.
Yes.
people are having difficulty raising their families,
yes,
making ends meet.
Yeah.
And they see somebody else have and they don't have, so they want. And that's bingo, crime, whatever the case may be. I mean, we're not going to get political here, so
I
think we got to keep it clean.
You watch Fox. You like Fox? Is that right?
Well, I watch them all. I watch Fox. I watch CNN. I watch Romper Room.
Oh boy, shy. Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo.
Captain Kangaroo.
I found a great TV station, Me TV. It's all the stuff from our childhood. It's on streaming television.
It's a streaming network called Me TV?
Yeah, Me TV.
Yeah, Me TV.
It's got Twilight Zone, all the old shows.
Oh, really?
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Do you have Netflix and Amazon Prime and all these streaming?
Oh, I have them all. I have no time to watch since I'm working with you.
Oh, boy.
When I'm working with you.
This show should be on Netflix. The streaming networks will be calling us to put
with that $1 billion idea.
Yes! Because there's such shit on the networks. Larry, there's a show about a girl that cleans out your closet. It's on Netflix. There's a show about a guy that loves to do the laundry. It's an actual series on Netflix. A guy that likes to do the laundry.
Unbelievable.
I don't know how these shows get produced. It's always got to pick up that show.
You went to Temple this week, didn't you?
Temple synagogue. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Sorry, I said temple for everybody else to understand. So at my synagogue, I used to go on when I went on Saturdays. The rabbi would go ahead and speak for like 20 minutes, a half an hour,
yes,
give a sermon.
Yeah.
One day he comes in, he talks for 2 hours straight, and we don't know what the hell's going on. So I say, Rabbi, what's going on? He says, "Oh, I made a mistake. I put my wife's teeth in my mouth."
Oh, you are fantastic! Oh, that is great!
We got to keep it light.
Oh, boy.
We got to keep it all light.
Yes.
We got to keep it all. So, David, also, I live in this high-rise building downtown. The only mistake I made is I should have lived on the 35th floor instead of the 18th floor. And why is that? Because these elevators, they talk to you. They talk to you when you get on. When I get on, it says, going down, and I keep on waiting. I keep on waiting, so I'm riding the elevator up, and I'm riding the elevator down.
Oh, we all should be so lucky going down. Yeah,
going down. Going south.
South. Boy.
So what else? What are you doing this week besides tomorrow's Bagel Day, right?
Making $1 billion every day. It's $1 billion. I tell my followers today's $1 billion. Tuesday, $1 billion. Wednesday. You got
Let me ask you about this question. This product that you got, called this natural ED product, Herbon.
Yes.
It's a wonderful idea, wonderful concept. So how's that working for you?
Here's the deal. I'm doing business directly with the pharmaceutical company out of India. I'm their exclusive distributor. It's all organic. It's a supplement. There's nothing like it on the market. They tell me that Viagra and Cialis and all these other male enhancement products are all chemicals. And they have to be FDA approved and they have to be registered, whatever the story is. This is all organic supplements and nobody has this formula. And I just got an order from France a couple of days ago.
Really?
And my company is if you type in Herbon, I'm the only one around the world that you can get it is through DB Media Empire, my company.
That's incredible. Yes. Unbelievable.
So,
I think we can get a deal at Bakerest. You can give it out to all the male patients.
You
know why?
Why?
You know why? So they don't roll out of bed at night.
Oh, boy, you are... Oh, God. Well, the guys keep...
And it's natural.
It's all natural.
That's right.
And the guys keep coming back for more. It's like...
That's right. And you know what? He rolls around in his wheelchair, and he says to the women there, he says, it's natural.
So, if I watch Shark Tank. Do you watch Shark Tank?
Yes, I did.
These inventors come on with their crazy products.
Right.
And I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you about the comfy hoodie? Did I tell you about that?
No.
So Mark Cuban was saying, two founders came in from the comfy hoodie. It's a hoodie. And, of course, all the sharks said, how much are you making now? And they said, not that we haven't even manufactured it yet. We have no sales. We only have
That's what they put on television?
Yes. We have a prototype and we won $50,000. And of course, all the sharks said, "I'm out, I'm out, I'm out," because they always say, "How much money are you making now? What's your evaluation? What are your sales?" They said, "We don't have, we haven't even done it yet." Right. But for some reason, Barbara Corcoran said, "I'll give you the $50,000, but I want a third of the company, a third of this product, the comfy hoodie." So they agreed to that because they didn't even make it up yet. And according to Mark Cuban, Barbara Corcoran cashed out for $37 million.
Out of that product?
$50,000 she put in and cashed out $37 million. They manufactured it. They sold it. If you go online to the comfy hoodie, you'll see the whole story. $50,000 gets you $37 million. That's the world I play in. I roll the dice on everything. I don't say no to no because what do I know? So I roll the dice every day.
Right.
Yes,
That's that's quite the dice.
Yes.
$37 million
for a bullshit hoodie. Well, you know the story about the Hush blankets. You know about that?
No.
These two kids from Thornhill. They have an idea for a blanket. A blanket. Who cares about a blanket? They go on Kickstarter, and they raise $1.5 million. $1.5 million on Kickstarter.
That is incredible.
And then, if you go to the Hush.com, they're selling a blanket, a Hush blanket. I'm one of their distributors of the Hush blanket. Sleep Country offered them, and this is no secret, it's all over, $25 million for 50% of the company. They sold these two kids from Thornhill, manufacture a blanket, and then got an offer from Sleep Country for $25 million.
What's unique about this blanket?
It keeps you warm.
Come on! Is there a patent on it?
Well, who knows? It's a blanket. Who even has a patent? Who cares?
Oh my God!
Tremendous entrepreneurs. They went on Kickstarter. They raised at $1.5 million, and they're on Instagram. They were selling, I think, 15,000 orders a day. They were generating like 450,000 a day. The blanket sells for $300,000.
You're getting a haircut today?
I'm getting a haircut on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yes. And the last time I went to my barber, a gorgeous doll was doing my nails. Give me a manicure.
Really?
I said, "Babe, you're kind of cute." She said, "Thanks." I said, "You want to go out sometime?" She said, "You'll have to ask my husband." I said, "All right, where is he?" She said, "He's shaving you." He's shaving you!
Oh my God! That's so funny. That's so funny. He's going to give you a Colombian necktie.
Oh,
So what happened? So I said, "You're cutting my hair too short." She says, "Next time go to the one with the bigger boobs. She can't get close enough."
Oh, that is good. That is great.
Unbelievable. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Anyways, we're on Family Channel.
Okay,
Kids, earmuffs.
Yes.
Earmuffs.
But I used to go to one guy who would charge me $25 for a haircut. Actually, it was $20 for a haircut.
20.
That he closed up, and I went to the guy, go now, and he would charge me 20, and then it went up to 25, then it went up to 30, and now I'm paying 40. There's no difference. I don't get a lollipop. I don't get a piece of gum. I don't get a toy. Nothing.
Same thing happened with me. I told her, I got less hair now than I did before. You should be giving me a discount.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
What's going on?
So you heard about the guy that had 3 hair follicles. He went into the barber and he said, "Do you want hair?" He said, "How do you want it?" He says, "Comb it to the left." He said, he flipped it to the left, 1 hair fell out. He says, "What do you want me to do now? You got 2 hairs left." He said, "Comb it to the right." He said, "Combs it to the right, then another hair falls out. He's got 1 hair left." He said, "What do you want me to do now?" He said, "Just leave it. I'm not paying for this."
I don't. There's no difference.
Yeah.
When I was paying 20, when I'm paying 40, there's nothing. Doesn't massage. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? I need a haircut, and it costs me $40.
He knows you're a big shot billionaire.
Okay.
He saw you coming.
Yeah. Yes. What am I?
My wife didn't even see me coming.
Oh,
she wasn't home.
Oy vey.
You know what? I was taking a walk one day through the grocery store with my son, and we're going through the paper towel section. He says, "What are we doing here?" He says, "I want to show you your almost siblings."
Oh, God. Is that what you said? Oy vey.
Earmuffs. I won't say anything.
Okay.
Anyways, it was it was funny back then, but it's not so funny anymore.
It's a different world now.
Unbelievable. Well, COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of people. I know the first month I went completely crazy. I don't know about you. What happened to you? You went into lockdown?
Yeah, but I'm very adaptable. I never thought I was, but I am. And we took a lot of food out, and everything changed. But we had to wait in line in supermarkets. It was very crazy. In my lifetime, I would never thought this would ever happen. Right. I couldn't believe it. We live in such high technology. My aunt was telling me about the Black Plague. Is that what it was called in 1918? Right. She told me about that. But we live in this future. We live in the Jetsons age. We do. We live in the Jetsons. Yes, I never thought. I couldn't believe it, but no, I was fine. I adapted.
I woke up in the middle of the night. This was like March. It was April, May. In May, I woke up in the middle of the night. I go up. I start yelling at my roommate, just screaming until I friggin' realized I was screaming at myself in the mirror. I live alone.
Write it down.
I wrote it. I just carved it on video.
Very good. I was screaming at my roommate. I live alone. Right.
I used to like to sing. I sang like all the time in the shower. I had the greatest voice. I thought I had the greatest voice until my landlord shut the water off. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Volume control."
These are great. When you go on dates, do you tell these jokes to the girls?
They don't stop laughing.
Kids are dropping out of school since building their startups. They raise $100 million on Tuesday, go public on Thursday, worth $10 billion on Saturday.
Let me ask you a question. How often does that happen?
I read Forbes, Fast Company. It happens all day. That's the world. I'm constantly posting these success stories of these kids, and they're all making. I just read today. These kids raised $40 million for a product called a Backbone, Backbone. Yeah. It's a gaming device for your phone for mobile gaming, and they're doing $1 million a month on Shopify.
Come on,
they have their own Shopify store. One product. It's called Backbone, Backbone, and they raised $40 million.
That's incredible
for one product. Yeah,
that's incredible.
So when I see these stories, I don't say, "Well, that's 1 in a million." I say, "I gotta do that." that's my.
Well, you're very positive about that. It's and then you ask me the other question: why is the crime rate going up like crazy?
Well,
because every person that you tell me does that. There's 10 million that can't.
Well, so you keep on rolling the dice till you win. You don't stop. You don't give up. It's constant obstacles, walls, barriers, ceilings all day. I put up with that bullshit all day.
You are the eternal optimist, and I agree with you. How about your kids? What are they doing?
My kids haven't even heard of the internet. The world that I want to play in, which is this world that I'm doing with you now.
Right.
The TikToks, the world digital stages, Instagram, Twitch.
Content.
Yes. My kid Jared, who's a big movie star, is going the old route to make it in show business.
Right.
You get an agent, you go to auditions, you get gigs for movies.
Oh, he thought he has sex with everybody.
That's everybody.
The casting couch.
But they want to have casting couches with him.
I forgot that Weinstein's in jail now. So
yes. They think he's Bradley Cooper, my kid, so he's lucky with that. But he's not. He doesn't create content like I do on TikTok, and he wants the old way of making it in show business.
Right.
My other kid is a very intelligent, great writer. He would tell me situations regarding Family Guy, and I would say, "Is that one of the shows?" And he would say, "No, he wrote it."
Wow.
Or one of the episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I say, "What episode is that?" He said, "I wrote it."
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's how.
Incredible. Right. Well, that's a wonderful thing. That's kids have to learn. They have to learn. They have to feel their own ground, feel exactly where they're going.
And yet I know so many kids that go to college or, as you say, university, and they don't know what they want. They come out, I don't know what I want to do. I can't figure it out.
They don't have to. Joe Biden's going to pay their tuition.
I understand. Is that what he said?
That's what he says. He's forgiving all these loans, student loans. Unbelievable.
Well, that's fantastic. Good for them.
But that bricklayer who didn't go to college is going to pay for those student loans and taxes. There you go. It's a mess, a complete friggin' mess. Unbelievable. So, have you been traveling lately? Besides going north of Lawrence?
I haven't traveled since
COVID.
2020, since COVID. Yes, I have not traveled since COVID. We used to go to Las Vegas 4 times a year, all the time. Stay at the Venetian. We used to stay at the Mirage when Steve Wynn owned the Mirage. And then we would follow him to the Wynn and we'd stay at the Venetian. But since all this happened, I have not been there. Andrea tells me crazy stories. She knows people that go on vacation. They arrive at the vacation. They get COVID. They got to stay in the hotel for a week or 2 weeks, and they fly back home.
That's right. So they bring the slot machines into the room.
so I don't want
it's the only place in the world where the hookers are wearing masks.
Oh, boy, you are great. I remember the last time I was there, I was walking the strip, and as you say, a hooker came over to me, and she said, hey, you want to have some fun? And I said, well, if I can't have it the Jewish way, I don't want it. And she said, well, I don't know the Jewish way. If you teach me the Jewish way, I'll give it to you for half price. I said, that's the Jewish way.
So you do know. She knew. Unbelievable.
She knew.
That's incredible. It's like this guy is walking down the street. He's in the red light district with his friend. That's right. He sees his father walking out of a bordello. He says, Dad, what are you doing in a place like this? He says, for $50, I didn't want to bother your mother.
Fantastic. For $50, I didn't want to bother your mother. Fantastic.
That's right. What do I want to bother her for?
All right.
Save it. Don't worry about it. Go back in the kitchen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You have a very interesting life and a very interesting view of what you want to do. Your billionaire lifestyle.
Yeah, because your billionaires have the same 24 hours as everybody else. So what makes them a billionaire? Because they want to be billionaires. They shoot for the moon. You got to give yourself the greatest possible lifestyle. You know, I say this all the time. I say, God said, Dave, what do you want to do? I didn't say, gee, God, if I could make $100,000 a year, that would be fantastic. I never said that. I said, I want to be
not good enough.
I want to live a billionaire's lifestyle. He said, good, go do it. That's what he said. So I got to go do it.
Who said that?
God. I said, go ahead, Dave.
God.
Go. Yeah. He said, here's 125 years of good health. Best of luck to you. Go make yourself a billionaire. So
well, you know what? And then God will fool you. Once you do become, he'll devaluate the dollar.
Oh.
So your billion is going to only be worth $100,000.
What am I going to do? So I want that. You know, I see these success stories. I see the lifestyle. I have a friend that flies on private jets. He flies to Miami for lunch, Greece for dinner, Paris for breakfast. I want that. Right. But this is all family money. So they're born.
But he doesn't tip.
He doesn't tip.
He doesn't tip.
He doesn't tip.
No, he doesn't.
But this is some. He went to this Chinese restaurant in Yorkdale. Do you know about the Chinese restaurant in Yorkdale?
Yorkdale.
Yorkdale's a Chinese restaurant. He told me he spent $500 for dinner.
Really?
500, and that's just for the wonton soup. But I'm serious when he said.
Oh my God! In a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, he also ordered booze, but I've never been to that. I've never been to that restaurant.
Sorry, that was 20% was for the food. The other rest was for antibiotics.
Oy vey. There's a restaurant in Yorkdale called. Is it called Home Restoration or Home Hardware or?
Home Restoration.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
I have breakfast there. It's Larry. Say, how good could breakfast be, Larry? For me, David Bronstein, it's the best breakfast I've ever had.
Really?
It cost me with a tip $37.
Unbelievable.
For bacon and eggs and coffee. It doesn't come with potatoes.
Really?
Scrambled eggs, bacon, coffee.
But it's a hardware store, so it's full of iron.
Yes, but I'm telling you, Larry, it is a great. Very relaxing. The food is excellent. The service, but you pay. I guess you get what you pay for. I guess. I don't.
You get what you're paid for. Absolutely.
It's great. It's great.
I was down on King Street, the entertainment district, last weekend.
Yeah.
And went to a restaurant down there. Talk about prices. Oh my God, unbelievable. That's enough. That's a life salary down there. Gonna have to go back to work.
Right. I said to Andrea, when we go out just for...
I'm going to work for Andrea.
Yes. A regular dinner, if we go to the Cheesecake Factory or we go to a delicatessen, it costs us for these regular $50 a person. That's what it costs us.
That's pretty well what it is.
Yeah, but if we go to Zorro's, or the or Scaramouche, these high-end restaurants.
Right.
It's $100 a person. I'm used to spending this, but we don't drink.
I remember my late wife took me to Scaramouche, and they gave me they said it was pate. I said, it's friggin' chopped liver.
Yeah,
yes. They're charging $200 for chopped liver.
Yes.
I said, what's this all about? Unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's the way it is in Toronto. So you have to make that kind of money to live that lifestyle.
Oh, that's right. We have to tell all our guests that's Canadian dollars we're talking about. Yeah. So mine is 50%. That's your U.S. dollar.
I understand.
The way it's going right now.
Because the U.S. dollar is very strong now. Is that right?
Very strong. Very strong. Very strong. Biden can't hold on to it. That's how strong it is.
Oh, boy.
That's what happens when you give it away. You keep on printing dollars, and it ends up worth nothing. It looks big, but you know what they say about a guy. You look big, but you know when push comes to shove, you got nothing to shove. Okay?
Oh, he's right. All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, this was fun.
King of TikTok, and we're gonna tune in next time for the Larry and David Show.